Hi there, I'm Cameron Emmanuel Burns, reporting for FinTech Futures here at FinovateSpring 2025 in San Diego, and I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by Bernard Aceituno, one of the founders at Stack AI. How are you today, Bernard?
Doing great, thank you so much for having me.
And can you give us a little overview of what Stack AI does?
Yeah, absolutely. Stack AI, we have developed a platform that helps companies automate back office processes using large language models under the paradigm of AI agents. With our software, any company can develop custom AI agents that can automate a variety of processes. Companies like Nubank, Smart Asset, YSM Retirement Fund use Stack AI in order to automate processes on investment research, due diligence, HR, risk and compliance, training, and knowledge management across the organization.
Super, thank you very much. And so to kick off, I'd like to find out how are enterprise leaders thinking about AI implementation today and what's changed over the last 12 months?
Absolutely. Over the past 3 years, we have seen a massive wave of language models as a tool that can be applied to automating a variety of processes. There's naturally a large amount of pressure that all these leaders face in how to apply this technology into their operations. Nevertheless, there are a few challenges that they face in there. First of all, determining what are the key problems that can leverage this technology, then finding those problems and mapping the existing workflows they have into this technology. How do they connect to tools like language models, vector databases, semantic search, APIs, and the likes. And those challenges make it such that for many organizations, it's a big question, how do we better leverage this technology? Now, those who do it successfully and can adequately determine what are the appropriate workflows to automate and how do you map this technology to them are seeing massive improvements in capacity, in performance, accuracy, revenue, costs, and have shown that the technology of AI agents is here to stay and can have a massive impact in all sorts of organizations.
Absolutely. And so what are the most common challenges facing when moving from pilot to production in AI?
Yeah, so let's say you identify a collection of 3 problems. Let's say that you, as a leader in finance, found that there are 3 workflows in due diligence, in document processing and extraction, and in research that had the potential to be automated with AI and could have achieved that success if they could manage to map their existing tools to language models and define the process correctly. When companies work with us, normally what we try to make them successful is understanding. Once you map these things into a workflow, when you determine and add language models to it, how this will be interacted by others. What will be the limitations you want to expect to installing the technology to prevent users to misconfiguring a step or from accessing information they don't have visibility towards. Governance ends up being a key question that while we have determined very well how to address for existing cloud services, when we come to language models and to AI agents, we are faced with a new type of a new range of problems. Now we have tools that can take actions, can find information as they please, can work as employees of their own, and are accessible by a wide variety of members of an organization. So while you may be able to prove the value of a tool by determining, oh, this can reduce this much time in a particular process, or it can find this many more resources or this many more insights, it's a big challenge for them to determine, okay, how do we go and properly distribute this across the organization. This is something we do naturally within Stack AI. It was one of our guiding principles from day one. And we found that when you address this issue from day one, the barrier from idea to pilot and production becomes much smoother. Mm-hmm. And it becomes much more natural to determine, okay, I build my AI agent, here's how I can give it to the right people, and this is how I can control that they can access only the right data.
Super, thank you. And so in your view, how are top performing enterprises structuring their internal AI roadmaps?
Absolutely. I would say that this is $1 million question. Those who do it well are positioned for billions of dollars of value, but the key question remains the same. How do you identify what are the key processes to do so? And I feel that a common failure mode is one where an enterprise brings a very general tool, let's say an AI chatbot that they distribute to the entire company, and then they fail to see any result from it. Yeah, it helps you write emails, helps you identify, the translation typos in a writing or whatnot, but it fails to live to the expectation of, oh, this can actually come and transform an existing workflow at work. Those who are successful crawl before they walk. They come to organizations, platforms like ours, and then engage individual business leaders within each line of business. finance, legal, support, sales, HR, and from each of them determine what are the key workflows from them that have the power of being automated, whether if it is claims processing or due diligence or investment memo generation, or if it is capitalization of the organization. And they start with one and make sure that workflow is successful. And as soon as they found a success in one line of business, they jump to the next one. And this gradual expansion of AI agents within an organization is what we have seen has the most success. Because as first, they are able to more appropriately determine what a problem is a good fit as they expand gradually. Secondly, they have much more control on the questions of governance, security, safety, distribution, and access control. And thirdly, they also have a better understanding of the expectations for what the quality of an output can be. While the technology is going to continue improving for sure, and in the next 2 years we can expect that agents are going to be drastically smarter than what we have today, I think it's very important to be mindful and aware of what the limitations are and operate by understanding this.
Absolutely, no, couldn't agree more. And so what role do you believe AI agents will play in helping teams operationalize workflows across departments going forward?
I think that in the future, every single process of workflow we have in a company will have an AI agent in the middle, just like we have internet in the middle. It's very hard to imagine a future where we have this powerful tool that can connect to any source of data, find information in any document or any database, that can take actions in order to write data into any software system or any database, and still not be an element that we have at every part of an organization, especially as technology keeps becoming smarter. I think that those organizations that are the most successful are those who are aware of this future and are aware of the fact that this will only continue expanding and are planning and are setting themselves up for this.
Absolutely. And so what advice would you give to organizations still in their early phase of their AI journey?
Yeah, I think that the most important thing is start with the problem, don't with the solution. Go to each of your specific lines of business or go to your CIO and ask it to connect to this line of business and engage and try to understand what are the top 2 or 3 workflows that have the most value for AI agents. We at Stack AI have actually developed a plethora of resources for each specific department, for legal, finance, operations, that outlines how to find these processes and what are common processes that you can derive a lot of value from. And after you achieve that, they start engaging with tools like ours, for instance, that can help you take those processes and map them into AI agents by determining, oh, I need to load data from SharePoint, I need to draw it into Salesforce. And this workflow, we need an AI agent that can receive a question, find something in SharePoint, and based on that question, write the answer in Salesforce. And embed that as part of the existing processes that those business leaders have. And as I said, have that gradual expansion that can lead AI to spread like fire in the organization. Because once you have 1 or 3 of these lines of business being successful, it's just a domino effect afterwards. And everybody is ready for AI. The IT leaders in the organization will understand it much better and will be ready to expand AI agents across all the company.
Super, thank you. And so finally, can you give us any developments happening at Stack AI at the moment?
Yeah, Stack AI, well, we'll continue growing very aggressively. We just announced our $60 million Series A led by Lobby Capital with participation from Y Combinator, Gradient Ventures, Soma Capital, and LifeX Ventures, as well as the founders of Bearcell at Weaviate. We're very excited to have this round of funding as a tool in order for us to continue expanding our organization. We just opened a new office in New York, focused on deployments and the business developments in the financial sector. And as we continue engaging with more than 100 enterprises across the country, we want to take all the insights we have found into what is an appropriate application of AI agents and continue developing resources and developing emotions so that we can attract the best organizations and be the core provider to help them bring AI agents from idea to production. And we continue expanding the team towards that.
Thank you. Well, it's been great speaking with you today, Bernard. I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference and good luck with your demo later today.
Thank you very much.